Hi, everybody. It's Friday, and we're doing the news roundup for the week. I am here with a special guest, Mohammad Aijaz, one of the hosts of Salam Nerds. It is a podcast about reality TV and nerd culture, and also with producer Carlignon Jones. It is Friday, January 20th, 2023. I'm Lisa Gray, and this is CityCast Houston. All right, Carly and Mohammed, y'all ready to talk about the news?
Let's talk.
Yeah. Good morning.
Okay. Carly, get us rolling. What was the biggest story of the week this week for you?
For me, the biggest story was that we had a Houstonian, Arbani Gabriel, who was crowned the 71st Miss Universe the other day. And she was also the first Miss USA to make Miss Universe in the past 10 years, which is also another accomplishment, on top of being the first Filipina American to win.
Mm-hmm.
But all of this came with, some backlash, of course. They said that she rigged the competition.
How could she rig the competition?
Who knows? They believe that since the person who is the chief executive who owns the Miss USA and Miss Universe pageant, since she owns both of them, they believe that she basically rigged it so that Arbani would win both competitions. They're also suspicious basically because the competition was on U.S. soil this year in New Orleans. So people were basically going off on Twitter saying this was a fraud. They hashtagged rigged the whole time. And also some of the competitors even complained about it. They said they think it was rigged also. So I don't know.
This sounds like one part politics and another part reality TV.
Yeah, it does. But Arbani responded and she said that I would never enter a competition that I know I would win. I have a lot of integrity. So I don't know. A lot of people that know her from Houston said that she's like a wonderful person, gives back to the community and all this great stuff. So the people who know her here say that there's no way she rigged it, but the competitors and Twitter are against it. So
sounds like jealousy to me.
Yeah.
But apparently, I guess, she's had this thing about rigging for a while, because they even said when she won Miss Texas, that was rigged too. So I don't know. Who knows?
I think she's a Filipino American and she's having a lot of racial backlash and people are just jealous. That's straight up what it is.
Do they always say that about pageants? Yeah.
They always do. Every year it's rigged.
Well, anyway, it's a good story. So, Mohammed, what about you? What do you think was the biggest story of the week?
So the NCAA has announced that the Final Four will be in Houston next year.
Ooh.
What makes this very interesting is the University of Houston, go Cougs. They are number one in the country right now, and very likely they will be number one in the country next year. So we may get to see the hometown team play for the title in the hometown.
Oh, that's exciting. I love basketball, so that's going to be fun to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think of Texas as a basketball state, but that could make a dent.
It is now.
You think we've changed?
I think. I'll be honest. Okay, so the Cowboys are doing fine, right? But the Texans are doing miserably.
Yeah.
The Rockets are not doing much better, unfortunately. So as of right now, we are a college basketball town.
And baseball.
Baseball, yeah.
Yeah, we have the Astros.
It's the off season, so
that little yeah. So for me, it seems like this kind of deliciously quiet week. I kind of enjoy a quiet week in Houston news because it leaves me a little bit free to focus on stories that are not giant. And this one, I admit, it's a little tempest in a teapot, but it gets at something larger. And it's this. Congressman Troy Nehls, U.S. House of Representatives, has gone on a crusade basically to support his right to smoke cigars in his office in the House. There have been complaints from journalists that, cigar smoke, he's apparently, I don't know what he's doing in there, like lighting a million cigars so that the smoke flows under the door. But journalists are complaining that even walking in the hall outside his office is bad. And Nehls not only, who has perfect control over whatever happens inside his congressional office, went on Tucker Carlson on Fox News to talk about it. And he's making a big deal out of the fact that the journalists are complaining and talking about how smoking cigars, it's about his liberty. And, it's one of those owning the libs kind of issues the Republicans love talking about.
Oh my gosh.
But the kicker is something that one of our frequent guests, Scott Braddock, noticed. Scott is a political analyst and a huge cigar lover, a dedicated smoker. And he noticed that, Nehls, as he was lighting up on Fox News, didn't do it right. He didn't snip the end off. And he didn't seem to know what he was talking about with cigars. And he doesn't talk about them in the way that you would if you loved them. And, Scott Braddock thinks that he's just doing this to make an issue of it. He wants to look like the kind of guy who smokes cigars.
Oh my gosh.
And this just seems to me to get to so much about politics in Texas, in the United States right now. This is, wow.
So he's making a case about an issue as if he's passionate about it.
Well, is it even an issue?
Well, yeah.
Nobody can stop him from smoking in his office. People complained, and that's worth going on Tucker Carlson to complain that people complained about you?
I just watched the video, and yes, he does not snip it at all. And so this clown represents me. Oh, God.
Well,
I actually do live in TX22. Okay, I mean that quite literally. I am a constituent.
Yeah, okay. You're out in Fort Bend. Yeah, so,
Great.
I don't know. I don't know that he's going to win the cigar lobby support, but
before he got on the show, he could have at least, had somebody teach him how to light the cigar, just to make it look good. Oh, well.
You know what? No comment. You may come after me.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have plenty of things I want to say, but I feel like I can't say them here. So, Troy, you got lucky.
And what is that? Okay. All right, y'all. Let's move to stories that should have gotten more attention. Carly, what do you got?
So my alma mater, University of Texas at Austin, is taking away TikTok from the Wi-Fi networks at the school.
Yeah.
This is coming after the governor, Mr. Abbott, ordered banning state employees from using TikTok on government-issued devices. So this involves universities all across the state, basically. So Texas A&M is also doing it pretty soon.
But is your phone, if you're a student, is your phone a government device?
So if your phone is on the Wi-Fi, it's considered, So, but if you take it off the Wi-Fi, then you can still use TikTok. But it sounds like he's trying to ban it on phones just in general while you're on the actual campuses or anything, which is insane. But this is basically coming because several other states with Republican leaders also issue bans for the app because they said that they have fears that the Chinese government is harvesting customer data from TikTok.
Okay, TikTok is owned by a Chinese company.
Yeah.
The company's called ByteDance.
Yeah. ByteDance is a Chinese company that is required to comply with potential requests from the government to hand over data. So basically, this is like what's leading into all of this. But to me, it kind of just sounds insane. Like, we're banning TikTok from college students.
And how are students responding?
Well, I mean, I haven't heard much from the articles. Most of the articles are just giving responses from TikTok spokespersons and things like that. So there's one named Jamal Brown who also criticized this. And what his statement said was, "We're very disappointed that so many states are jumping on the political bandwagon to enact policies that will do nothing to advance cybersecurity in the state." And I agree because, I mean, it's TikTok. What?
Yeah, well, but on the other hand, he works for TikTok.
Yeah.
I mean, I load all kinds of apps on my phone. I have no idea what data they are giving to who.
Mm-hmm.
And I can see some nervousness.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's weird that they're only targeting TikTok.
That is the weird part, because I feel like every app that you possibly download is harvesting your data to some degree, whether they want to admit it or not. And targeting TikTok is, well,
Yeah.
they're a Chinese company. So that's all there's to
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. All right. Mohammad, what do you think should have gotten more attention this week?
There was a coffee shop that opened up called Biddy and Bose. It's a coffee shop where everyone there who's hired has special needs, and they make at least a minimum wage, which is fantastic. This is in 12 Straits and DC. I believe they have 17 coffee shops with 400 adults with disabilities hired, and it is fantastic. I went to their opening, and the coffee is amazing. I wish more people knew about it.
Oh, I love
Excellent.
this. That is so cool.
Yeah. Yeah. For me, the thing that I think should get more attention is that for once, when the New York Times was covering Houston culturally, it really did something well. This morning, we're recording this on Thursday, they published, one of those 36 hours in Houston. What should you do? Stories. And they get it right.
Okay, good.
It's, I shudder whenever I see the New York Times cover something like Tex-Mex cuisine. They're going to do something really dumb, like talk about Texan chili with no meat in it or something like that. And this one, they give an overview of Houston that is totally recognizable, and it's a lot of the stuff that I would actually recommend that people do. Go check out the new Kinder building at the Museum of Fine Arts. Go to the West Alabama Ice House. Go eat Viet Cajun food at Crawfish and Noodles in Asiatown. Go do the Black History tour at Sam Houston Park. Shop on Westheimer. Go to Buffalo Bayou Park. Eat Tex-Mex at this long list of totally reasonable restaurants to eat Tex-Mex at.
Reasonable.
Reasonable, not dumb choices.
Too many. Too many is not the correct phrase. There are so many.
There's so many. Yeah. And, but they hit a lot of the, big, easy to use ones for an outsider. Lupe Tortilla, El Tiempo, Papacitos, Teotihuacan, Irma's, the original Ninfas on Navigation. These are all, good choices.
They must have sent somebody down here this time.
I'm getting hungry.
No, they did something really smart. They got someone who grew up here. Her name is Shannon Sims.
Okay.
And she lives here now.
Okay.
I actually met her. She is a CityCast newsletter reader and podcast listener. And she has even appeared in our newsletter. Back when I was writing the newsletter, before we hired Brooke Lewis to do it, we had a news item about the club in Midtown that opened. They had animals in glass cages. It's just part of this Babylonian theme. Oh, it was so crazy. And they had live camels. And I can't remember what else. It's crazy. And I had what I thought was a kind of snarky news item because I thought this is just ridiculous on the face of it. And she wrote in to defend the rights of camels. God bless her.
Shout out to you, Shannon.
I am with her.
Shout out to you, Shannon. You get Houston and you defend camels. So
the club's called Babylon. I did not hear about this, and this happened around July of last year. They announced, this is wild. How did I miss this?
How did you miss that? Come on. If you love trash culture, this one was a great moment.
Wow, it's up there.
And it was shut down. The animal rights stuff stopped happening. No glass cages anymore. So
good.
Wow.
Yay. Shannon won. So shout out to her.
Thank you, Shannon.
Thanks, Shannon.
This ad is brought to you by our sponsor, How to Buy a Home. 2022 has been one of the most crazy, difficult times to try to buy a first home. But great news, 2023 may be the year of the first-time home buyer. With a possible recession coming, buyers have more power, and there's less cutthroat competition, and homes may be about to get more affordable. So, If you haven't listened to the How to Buy a Home podcast, now's a great time. Host David Sidoni is an industry expert who's helped thousands of people all over North America buy their first homes, and he can help you too. He can even connect you with a great realtor who works with first-time homebuyers and actually cares about you. So, start planning today at howtobuyahome.com and make this the last year you rent. And find the How to Buy a Home podcast on YouTube and wherever you listen to podcasts. All right, y'all, moment of joy. Carly, what's making you happy this week?
Half-price Houston Rodeo Carnival tickets. That's what's making me happy. Yeah, the Houston Rodeo is around the corner, and I love this because who doesn't love to save money?
And you love the rodeo, right?
Yeah. And last year was my first year going to the rodeo in Houston. So I was really excited about it. I enjoyed it. It was a lot of people though. It was a lot. So I feel like I'm gonna go on a day that is not Saturday or Friday because you can't even get on the rides, honestly. And these packages are literally pretty much for the rides and the food. So let me explain how much money you'll save. So if you spend $10, you can buy 22 tickets for rides and games, 4 refreshment coupons, and get 1 free game. Oh, and 1 free ride. And this is a $50 value normally. If you do a $50 pack, you can get 150 tickets for rides and games, 9 refreshment coupons, 3 free games, 2 free rides, and that's $159.50 of a value.
Oh, so that's better than half price.
Yeah, way better than half price. Now, the carnival packs do not include, stadium admission or anything like that. So it's not for the music, which sucks because I did want to go to a concert. I do. I really do. But they do include food, like I said earlier. You can get a $20 card and use it to purchase $30 worth of food, or you can get a $50 card and use it to purchase $75 worth of food. So it's a pretty good deal.
So you can buy all the fried food that you can eat.
That you can dream of. Yes.
Oh my goodness. Deep fried everything. I don't know if this is good for you, Carly.
This is not good.
Well, it might not for my health. It's not good for my health.
It's not good for my diet.
It's good for my pockets, like,
All right.
So the deal runs until February 25th and the rodeo starts February 28th and runs until March 19th. So get your tickets before, you have to pay full price.
All right. Mohammed, what about you?
So the fact that you mentioned the New York Times article and the fact that they did it right actually brings me joy. The New York Times article, awesome. Travel and Leisure had an article about us. Awesome. Like, I think Houston's finally getting the respect it deserves. I have seen people constantly trash talk our city, and I've constantly had to fight them.
It's one thing if a Houstonian trash talks the city because, we
love Houston and we want to fix it, right? That's fine.
Outside.
But if you're outside or like not from here, no, screw you. Go away.
Right. Totally. Absolutely.
But
I'm with you.
I'm glad to see that we're getting the respect we deserve. And I'm glad we're seeing more and more national and hopefully international events happen here. Hint, hint, FIFA. I want more.
What about you, Lisa?
So I think a lot of people know this is my last week with CityCast Houston. This is my last Friday news roundup.
Lucky me.
Yeah. I am going to be the op-ed editor at the Houston Chronicle.
Congratulations.
And, I'm really looking forward to it. It's a great job. But, my moment of joy is just knowing that CityCast Houston is going to be continuing, going strong, and looking for a new host. So I'm going to be really curious to see who y'all get, what you do next. So, I like thinking about that. It makes me happy.
Yeah, we're super excited for everything that you have going on, Lisa.
Yeah. All right. Y'all, this has been fun. I will miss y'all a lot. I'll miss doing this.
We'll miss you too, Lisa.
It's weird. This is my first time here, and I feel sad now.
Oh, Mohammed, I'm going to miss you too.
I feel sad right now.
We had such a deep bond, Mohammed.
What is going on?
Oh could have been so great. All right. All right. Thanks, y'all.
Bye.
That was Mohammad Aijaz and Carlignon Jones. Y'all, I am leaving, but CityCast Houston will go on strong. In the weeks that come, you'll hear a couple more shows that I've recorded already, And also, you're going to hear a lot more from our producers and our regular contributors. And we are looking for a new host. It is a great job. If you are interested, take a look at the link in our show notes. That is it for our show today. Our lead producer is Dina Kisba. Our producers are Carlignon Jones and A.K. Al-Mumin. The editor of our newsletter, Hey Houston, is Brooke Lewis. Our theme music is by Farrell Gibbs and All the Kimonos. And I have been your host, Lisa Gray. The show will be back next week. Y'all don't want to miss it. Are we doing the countdown?
It already started. It did it already.
Oh, it did? Okay. Sorry, I didn't see it. All right. It's that kind of day. All right.